Welcome back to the Mike Will Experiment. Today, I am here to talk about Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition for the Nintendo Switch. I am here to drop the complete review and go over different play orders for all the Xenoblade Chronicles games. The first release order or play order that I want to talk about for the Xenoblade Chronicles franchise is the storyline order. So how we start with that is it goes Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, then Future Connected, which is the expansion pack for Definitive Edition. Then you play Xenoblade Chronicles 2, followed by the expansion pass for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which is the Golden Country, Torna. Next is Xenoblade Chronicles 3, then Future Redeemed, not to be confused with Future Connected, Future Redeemed, which is the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion, and then finally the unrelated Xenoblade Chronicle X Definitive Edition. Now keep in mind, this is the storyline order, So if you're wanting to go through exactly how the original story should play out. Now you can see here I've noted the play times. Now I'm going to go through these a lot faster for the rest of them. I just wanted to break down this one a little bit more in specific. Now you'll notice I've included the playthrough time here, and each playthrough will be different. Now don't worry if this looks a little long for you. We have other playthroughs that are shorter. Now this playthrough will take you 288 hours or 12 days just to finish. Now, if you want to 100% this playthrough, you are looking at 903 hours or 75 days. Now, the playtime is the same on this, so I'm not going to even go into it, but this is the Switch release order. So these are the order the games came out on the Nintendo Switch. They aren't the same as the storyline order because the original game was on the Wii, and Xenoblade Chronicles X was on the Wii U, and then Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and 3 were on the Switch. So it's a little out of whack, but if you were to play it in order, it would be Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna the Golden Country, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Future Connected, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Future Redeemed, and finally Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. This is a nice time management friendly playthrough where you get the gist of the series and maybe you watch a YouTube video for the expansion packs, and this will get you through the game a lot faster. So you just play Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, then Xenoblade Chronicles 3. This will take you about 7 days or 177 hours to complete. If you want to get that 100%, 566 hours or 24 days. So if you only want to play 2 of these, you don't want to play 8 games in the Xenoblade franchise, I highly recommend playing Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Definitive Edition. This is one of the perennial games that came over on the Wii in Operation Rainfall. It was one of 3 games. It is an absolute bona fide classic. It scores, I believe, an 84 on Metacritic, and it is one of the greatest games you'll play. The Definitive Edition scores even higher on Metacritic, and not only that, contains extra story and is a great deal. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition is another great game. Both of the Definitive Editions are highly, highly recommended and worth playing. And the fact is, the games have a wider mainstream appeal. There's a fairly low time commitment for finishing both, especially if you don't do 100%. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition is a standalone game. It requires no former series knowledge and is its own thing, and quite frankly is a delightful experience. Now, if there can be only one precious, if you will, it has to be 120% Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Now, it'll take you 68 hours to finish, or 3 really long days, or 251 hours to 100%, or use 10 days. So, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, it's standalone. It requires no previous series knowledge. And for me, it is absolutely amazing. You know, it has that massively multiplayer appeal to it. It's just one of the better games on the platform. I highly, highly recommend it. It scored an 88 on Metacritic, which was 4 points higher than it originally did when it dropped on the Wii U.
The Mekon's assault.
Now, this infographic by Hexen Vexen goes over the Xeno series playing order plus a guide. Now, you'll see here it has series order, which is the one I went over earlier in this video, which is, you know, the first one, the second one, or the first one, Future Connected, the second one, And of course, Torna, the Golden Country. Then you got Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and then of course, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed. This has Xenoblade X on its own sort of tier there on the side, so it doesn't really include Xenoblade Chronicles X in the core mainline playthrough, which makes a lot of sense. The canonical relevance of Xenoblade Chronicles X is also in debate, so this is why it's sort of off to the side. Now you can see down here at the bottom is another classic that a lot of people like to talk about, which is Xenogears. Now Xenogears released on the Sony PlayStation. It is the original Xeno game. Now, are all these games really connected? Well, you can read this infographic a little bit more and pause the video, but not so much. While Xenoblade 1 through Xenoblade 3, respectively, is canonical and in perfect order, Xenoblade X is a little different because it includes references to America and talks about a new LA, which is really sort of out of character for the rest of the series. I personally love it, but if someone is like a Xenoblade purist, they might be like, well, I really like the main series better. Or even more of a purist, I really like Xenogears and Xenosaga, which is the PlayStation 2 game over, Xenoblade Chronicles X or Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition even. Now, we did conduct a poll on the Mike Will experiment, and I said I would include it here, so I wanted to go ahead and do that. But we asked you all what you thought the best Xenoblade game was, and to no surprise to me, Xenoblade Chronicles X was highly favored. Now, that could be recency bias. It is the most recent one. But in my opinion, it's definitely the best of those 4 games. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is definitely the least good of those 4 games. And Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 3 are actually about the same. So this poll, while it is a fairly small sample size, I feel like this kind of is pretty much how it is. And I think if you expanded this sample size, I think you would see this would be where it would fall in. I think Xenoblade Chronicles 1 would end up getting more love and X might drop down a little bit if you expanded the numbers. But overall, I think this was a really, really good survey. But what do you think? I'd really love to get some discussion going in the comments in regards to what your favorite playthrough order is. Do you even recommend going back and playing like the Wii version of Xenoblade Chronicles, then playing like the Wii U version of Xenoblade Chronicles X? I mean, is that what you recommend? Do you have anything that you would change in these play orders? Which is your favorite of these games? Is there one that you would skip? If you could only play one of these games, which would it be? Let me know in the comments below, and I hope y'all are having a great day.
Able to control him.
Malos, the all-knowing. A diligent student, you could say. Wait! Mithra!
What is happening?
This is a battle between the Aegises.
What's wrong? That all you got? You got something to say? Stop holding out on me!
I just want to save. Of the Aegis. Can you take me to Elysium?
I'm in. Let's go to Elysium. I'll take you there myself. Pyra!
Here!
Cover me!
Got it!
We'll show you what me and Pyra are made of. Take this!
Now that you have come this far, there can be no turning back. You and that sword can't be! I'm guessing your goal is Elysium.
This blade he calls Pyra. Our flames hide something deeper.
What's the matter? Are you the Aegis, or aren't you?
I won't use that power, and I won't let